Hi there, it's Colin Daniel here from riffninja.com, here to answer a question from one of my students, John. And he asked the question, how do you choose a strum pattern for a song? That's a pretty big topic to cover in one short lesson. Some advice: the drummer is going to be a great indication to how you're going to lay down your strum pattern. Of course, the speed of the song, the tempo has to do with it. What the singer's doing will have some contribution to it, and so will the bass player. But if there's one thing in particular, you could pay attention to the snare and the kick. That's the bass drum and the snare drum, the two main drums that usually make up 90% of our drum beat. Also the hi-hat, the two cymbals that open and close with the foot cymbal called the hi-hat. That will also give you an indication to what to do for a strum. Some of the old blues players, they never play the same thing twice, like the acoustic blues players. It was always slight variations, but it was still lined up with the basic rhythm. And an example I could give you is Texas Flood. Stevie Ray Vaughan made that famous, but it was Larry Davis that wrote it in 1958. And although Stevie keeps fairly true to the vibe of the song, he's certainly not playing it the way the Larry Davis band played it. His solos are longer, his intro is a little different, his ending's a little different, his turnarounds are a little different, but the rhythm still is, it's based on the same rhythm. Some people will count that as a 6/8, and I personally prefer to count it as a 4/4 in triplet. If you count it 6/8, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As a drummer, one of the first things they teach you is to count. The favorite saying is to play it like you say it, right? So when you count out loud, that can help you a lot too. Sometimes just sitting back and listening to what the bass and the drums accomplish together as a complete unit can help too, if you can count that out. At least find out where your first, second, third, and fourth beats are laying, and the speed at the start. Because in this triplet beat that I was just working on, or the 6/8, you know, like where you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I'll count it like this: 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a bad way to count it. It's 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. See, I'm going to count one complete bar, 4 counts of groups of 3, right? Each one is a group of 3 of 3/8 notes when you count it, the triplet style. You know, so I'm doing, when I'm doing one bar, the 6/8 count has to do two bars to keep the same amount of pulses. Depends on how you relate to song, right? So if you're in 6/8, I'd have to play 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As opposed to the triplet, which is 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. I tend to relate to that more than the 6/8. Now, if you were playing in behind the singer, you wouldn't want to just play a straight triplet feel there. Now, Stevie Ray Vaughan, you don't hear much rhythm coming from him at all. His rhythm is incorporated into his riffs, and he lets the bass take some of it and then plays part of it. It's definitely a teamwork between the bass player and the guitar player with the Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble band. If you just put Stevie on the guitar on its own, I mean, he still has a rhythm, but it's not like a straight rhythm. There's single notes in between it and fills, and that's creating part of the rhythm along with the bass. So that can be an issue too. My approach to that would be to lay back more in the vocal parts and play a little stronger in the empty parts. So the vocals in Texas Flood are like, he sings for 2 bars and then there's a space for another 2. So I would increase the strum, I would increase the intensity. Say maybe for the vocal part I might just go 1, 2, at the end, express the change, you know, for the next change, and the fact that there's no singing there, and if you had a second guitar, the second guitar would be playing some kind of a fill riff or call and answer to the vocals. Then you'd have to pull back again for the next 2 bars, you know, and I'd back off again. That was a good combination. 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. See, I still have the triplet feel going on. 1, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4. So a lot of it has to do with what's going on in the song and your interpretation of it. Part of it is opinion too. What do you hear when you listen to a song that you're wanting to interpret strum-wise? Are you a dancer? Have you tried dancing to it? Picture other people dancing to it and how you would create a rhythm that would make people dance and would recognize the song, would express the song. You're still having to work within the basic count increments of 1, 2, 3, 4, and you still have to work within, if it's triplet feel, then you have to work in groups of 3, you know. It doesn't have to be like every beat has to have a group of 3, but you have to work within those restraints. Like I was showing you earlier, you could go 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet. That might work for you for that song. It depends on how you feel the song. There are many combinations. I like what John Paul Jones said. They did an interview on John Paul Jones, the bass player for Led Zeppelin, and the question was, how did you like relate to John Bonham when you're playing bass? Like, what was the thing that you did? You were playing with one of the greatest rock drummers of all time. How did you relate to his drums, and how did you lay down your bass line and your rhythms? How did you decide on that? And he said, when Bonham played the kick, that means the bass drum, when Bonham played the kick, I played my low root. When Bonham played the snare, I played the fifth or the high root. So you see, even he was adjusting his octave along with the rhythm, and he was following, of course, the bass and the kick. So I'll leave you with that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you're really serious about learning the guitar, you should check out my lessons at riffninja.com. All right, we'll see you later.